How are you doing, Jacob?
Don't trust the ISU dining hot wings.
Hello Cyclones, my name is Morgan Fritz and I'm your student body president. Today we are here for our first Fireside chat and we're doing a spin-off of Hot Ones.
And I'm Jacob Schrader, I'm the student body vice president, and we are joined by a wonderful representative of ISU Dining.
Hi, I'm Jamie Lynn. I am the Associate Director for Support Services of ISU Dining, and I professionally eat hot wings.
My name is Jeremy Boker. I'm the chef de cuisine for residential dining here at UDM and ISU Dining. Today, for our wings, we have a sweet Thai teriyaki is our first wing. Our classic Frank's buffalo. I've kicked up the buffalo a little bit with a little bit of honey and some Louisiana. Then we get into a Tabasco chipotle, and the last one is a quadruple X habanero sauce.
Let's go into it. As a disclaimer, when I go to Buffalo Wild Wings, I get plain wings. So this is going to be an interesting experience for everybody involved.
Okay, this one's good. It's not too spicy.
Yeah, this is a little wild. We need to step it up here soon.
So then, how long have you been working at ISU Dining?
I've been here full-time since 1989, so most of my life. I've seen a lot of changes.
So if there was one food you could bring back, what would it be?
Probably the most popular food that I've heard, I liked it, but it wasn't one of my favorite, but it was a student favorite. It was called turkey canoe. And it was a turkey breast, breaded, and then it had a hunk of cheddar cheese over the top. You put it in the oven and it melted over it. And for some reason, the students absolutely loved it. When it went away, heard a lot of complaints on that.
Should we move on to number 2 while we're at it?
Yeah.
Out of spiciness, yeah, I would say this is a 2.
Say this had no spice whatsoever.
Yeah, so that was probably a 0. There's no spice involved in that at any level.
We are moving on to wing number 2 now.
Well, that one has some spice in it.
Yeah, that's got some kick.
Uh-oh. All right, Jay. What's the process for ISU Dining to add a new food to the menu?
We like to get students' opinions, what they like, what they're wanting, what we're looking at. We also spend time when we're at conferences and things like that, going to different cities, looking to see what is popular out there in the bigger cities and where some of our students are coming from, and then try to bring that back and introduce it. Back when I was a student, you had 2 entree choices, and it was usually meatloaf and another casserole. You had to eat in the dining center that you lived at. You didn't get all these choices. Students nowadays want to see what they see when they go out to restaurants, what they see in the big cities, and that's why you see us bringing all these exciting new menu items.
Traveling around and trying to bring some local flavors back to Ames, that's pretty cool.
That's the fun part of the job, is getting to see and test different things and going to other colleges and universities and see what their program's like. Every time you go to one of those, when you come back, it makes you so proud to be a part of ISU's dining program. It is one of the top in the nation, if you ask me. I've been to quite a few schools.
Good day to be a Cyclone.
So for number 2, I overreacted at the beginning. Wasn't that bad, so I'm gonna put that at 2 out of 10 on the spicy.
It's probably 1 or a 2.
I know, that one was pretty rough. I think we're at 4 right now. We are moving on to wing number 3 now.
Okay, as I look around, I see you guys are rookies.
Well,
I mean, look at my bones compared
we're on
to
a
yours.
bit of a time crunch here.
There's a lot of meat on those bones. There's an art to eating a wing here.
I'm still a rookie.
We can all be graduated experts in our field.
Like I say, right here shows you a lot.
So I actually think this one is less spicy than the last one. So have you ever received any weird requests for food?
Or what's the dumbest thing you've seen someone eat at a dining center?
There's a lot of weird combinations. What's the weirdest request is probably one year we had a student come in and want us to save all the cardboard we could because they wanted to make an elephant out of cardboard. Just so happened that we had a themed dinner, which we'd got a life-size blow-up elephant. So we asked if they'd rather have that instead. They were excited that when they went into their project and they pump up this life-size elephant that looked more real than their cardboard elephant was. Pretty weird request. Okay, number 3 here. I'm like you. I think that was about equivalent to the first one, a 1 or 2.
I'd put that one at a 3.
I'll move up to a 3 because the compounding effect of all the wings has taken its toll. I think the wings itself were still about a 2. We're up to wing number 4. Hotness should be ramping up towards the grand finale of the triple extra death ones or whatever they're called. We're not quite there yet, but Jamie, I wanted to ask if you could have live music, what bands or music would you like to see in Seasons and UDCC?
Oh gosh, you'd have to go with either the Oak Ridge Boys or Alabama. And that's not an address, Oak Ridge, Alabama. It's old school like me. Sorry, you guys probably never even heard of those.
You are correct.
It's about the students. Probably somebody I never heard of. I think I've heard somebody talk about Drake. I thought they were talking about the school down the road. I think it's a person. The Weekend, somebody talked about the Weekend. This was Friday. Right, cool. But then I found out it was a band.
Yeah,
so somebody like that the students would like. I play the Oak Ridge Boys, and we'd probably clear out our dining room center.
I think we could meet in the middle, some Billy Joel.
Oh, there you go.
There we go.
REO Speedwagon, Journey. Probably haven't heard of those.
So do you have a favorite memory of ISU dining over the years?
Well, one that I thought was funny, not at the time, we went to talk to a class. Me trying to be the witty self that I am, I thought, I know how to start this out. Back then, there's a commercial where like a guy would go save somebody or do something miraculous, and they go, "Oh, you must be a doctor." And they go, "No, but I did stay at a Holiday Inn Express."
How's everything look?
Looks good. You're not Dr. Stewart.
No. But I did stay at a Holiday Inn Express last night.
Start out with that commercial thinking it'd be funny for everybody. Went in and said, I want to apologize, we're not professional lecturers, but I did stay at a Holiday Inn Express last night. And everybody looked at me like, what? When you have to explain your jokes, you realize you are old.
This one's spicy,
Yeah.
I'll tell you that.
No, right when you first eat it, it's not too spicy, but once it's
airflow.
up there.
Jeez.
The milk isn't helping that much. Yep.
I think we're just getting where they're good.
Jamie's like, this is a 3.
It's the ones you eat, and when you eat them, just that little bit of sweat starts. That's when it's perfect.
Yeah, so I definitely say we're at a 10. We maxed it out there. I don't know what is higher than that.
We're probably at about a 6. Eating them, they were probably not quite that bad. Now that I'm waiting a little bit, and I took a drink of water, which I shouldn't have, that little bit of afterburn starting in, so it's probably about a 6. Got to thank Chef Jeremy for this. Finally, we get some spicy wings, man. UDM, you did it.
Yeah, that's about a 10. We're gonna get through this.
Wing number 5. So I guess let's just go for it. But we hear that you were actually a movie star back in the day.
Yeah.
What about that?
Back when we opened up Clyde's for the first time and wanted to bring some attention to it. So they asked me, it's always the short fat guy, and they said, all we need you to do is dress like an old school coach and act stupid. And they only brought one thing of every food. Said, don't screw up, because we can't redo it if you do. Put a little bit of added pressure on it, but we got through it. My colleagues love to pop that out when we're at a conference.
Well, I think we should show it now too. I've heard the students want to see it, so I think we might as well.
Game time! Get your head in the game and your butt into Clyde. They have all your sports club favorites. Yeah! Slam down a burger. Chicken sandwiches. Booyah! Free. Corn. It's just a hop, skip, and jump away! Right below the UDM! I hate waiting in line. That's why I order on wet food ahead of time. Pow! Kaboom!
Be a lesson to everyone that the internet lives forever and nothing is ever deleted.
This one is hot. This one, it's hard to focus.
Waiting for Jamie to rate it a 4.
No, this is getting up there. This is probably hotter than I'd order them, just because that last one you could enjoy them. This is one of those that you want to just show off with. Not too bad. But
Yeah, this is just one
I've
where
had worse. As I said before, I'm a professional wing eater. You look at my bones compared to your guys' bones. I'm
Well,
Yeah, how do you do that? How do you do that?
the easiest way is you take the little middle wing thing, bust them in half so you got 2, and then just become like caveman-ish. You just put it in and pull, and it all comes off. Clean bone.
I can't get it. First time trying this technique.
But
Oh,
really 2 bites and you got it.
wow, okay.
Now you get all the
So-
meat. Makes it easy.
I don't know.
as fair warning, I am lactose intolerant, so the moment I go into the milk to save myself, I want a 30-minute timer to finish the wings.
I love it. This sounds like something I would say. I love it.
We're gonna try and finish off all of the meat, Jamie style, on the hot ones.
And by we, you mean the two of you. I'm gonna wait for the feeling to return to my lips, and then we can see.
I see you've hit the milk pretty hard.
I have.
These are great. Top notch, finish them off. We're getting close.
All right, well, thank you so much for having us out here today to have these delicious and spicy wings. Be sure to follow Student Government and ISU Dining on social media. They post their delicious food all the time. It's great. It is a bit hard now to breathe in this mask. It's just, it's very spicy.
I want to thank you guys. This has been great. It's been fun. I love eating wings. Right up my alley. But Morgan, Jacob, thanks a lot. You guys are great.
Thanks for having us.